Okay, so first things first. This is a review of the open network test version of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and some of the things that I'm going to say here may or may not reflect on the final product. So please take everything that I'm saying here as feedback more than actual criticism towards the game that we are going to get a month from now. Second, if you're watching this after the game has come out, please feel free to stick around because I also feel like some of the things that I'm going to say here are going to be very similar when the final game comes out. But anyways, I've invested a good 12 and a half hours into this version, and I have a couple of thoughts, seeing as this has been a product that I have not been excited for ever since its announcement. I was not interested in Crossworlds for the longest time. It did very little for me in terms of its marketing, and I didn't just want to buy it because it was the new Sonic thing, especially when leaks about the hoverboards and how they were essentially just a different type of car came out, and the price being higher than Mario Kart if you want to get all the content in the game. So that was not very good at all. But then I actually ended up playing this version because it's like, hey, it's free, it's online, it's a thing to play with my friends and have fun. And after enjoying it, I can confidently say that I probably will be getting the game, or at least getting it from one of my friends as a gift or something. I don't really know how I'm gonna work it out, but the point is, it's good. The game is good, and I like it. And I'm going to talk about what I like and the things that I don't like, and my overall thoughts. Now that the network test is practically over, I'm recording this a few minutes before it closes down. The game looks and runs great. I personally use a Steam Deck like a computer, and I can very confidently say that upon changing very minimal graphics settings, pretty much the only thing I did was turn off motion blur, the game ran for me at a smooth 60 FPS with little to no frame drops during the races. I can also say that while I don't have a point of reference with the previous Sonic racing games in terms of gameplay and if or not certain things are improved or downgraded or whatever, I really enjoyed the gameplay of the game. It is more similar to Mario Kart than you'd expect, but it still manages to ultimately be different with the way that the gadget system allows you to customize your car to do all these different things and sort of make it your own, or have multiple combinations of different gadgets depending on the vehicle you like. I like the roster of characters that we have so far, except for maybe Zaz. I feel like Zabak already referenced the Deadly Six, but it's whatever, you know? I sometimes played as him because I thought he was funny. While I did not notice that big of a difference between vehicles, and I mostly just ended up going with the hoverboard because it looks cool, the fact that the hoverboard is just kind of a different car is honestly not that bad. While yes, it takes away some of the originality that I really like from the Sonic Riders way of handling it, I understand that inherently a part of transitioning it into this gameplay style is taking away part of its unique traits beyond just giving it a boost in a certain capability that the other vehicles don't. And that's fine, whatever. I also really like the vehicle customization aspect of the game. You just get to really make it your own in a way, and I really did end up enjoying that. The drift is also probably the best mechanic. It kinda lets you snake a little bit if you're careful with it, and it also works on Crash Team Racing's drifting system, which is pretty good, and I wish more racing games used it. There's also a gadget that lets you have a fourth state of drift, as well as one that lets you charge it quicker, and another one that lets you carry a level of your drift into a second turn, and using all of this is super fun. I really enjoyed my time with it. Music was fine. None of it particularly stood out to me in the sense that I really want to listen to it in my own time, aside from maybe Wonder Museum, which I thought was pretty good. Across the Worlds is awful, by the way. Genuine fucking dog shit song. I do not like it whatsoever. And people who try to compare it to other 2000 Sonic songs baffle me, honestly. The track design Most of it was pretty good. I like the Dragon Road Crossworld, I like Mystic Jungle, I really like tracks like Colorful Mall and Wonder Museum. But it does get a little bit stale after a while, and I understand, it's an open network test, it's like a demo, can't really have that many tracks at once, fine. But what that's mainly referring to is just that I think that their design is a little bit too shallow in some places, especially with tracks like Metal Harbor, which is mostly just a set path thing, unless you actively try to seek shortcuts which aren't even that hard to get onto. And then the main Crossworlds gimmick is, well, it's interesting. On the one hand, it's a cool way of varying up each race. You never know what's gonna happen next, what the second lap is gonna be. There's always a sort of sense of like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen here. Or if I'm gonna get a frenzy, how this is gonna shift the tide of the race. But on the other, it does get pretty repetitive and boring after a while. And I feel they should have an option to just let you do 3-lap races, because not having that in Mario Kart Worlds Online is the type of thing which kind of ruined it for a lot of people. It's fine, I'm okay with the mechanic, but if it really is including most of the Crossworlds now, then I don't expect it to be much better in the final game. And finally, we need to talk about the biggest issue with Crossworlds, which is just the online servers for this thing are fucking dog shit right now. I understand that it's a test. I understand that part of the reason why Sega's doing it this way is so that they can get feedback. But holy fucking shit, it was bad. It was really bad. On the night that the game came out, I spent over half an hour trying to get into a match with my friends before just quitting the game and just giving up. And then randomly, a few hours later, when I try again, everything works fine. And I race with them for a couple hours, and I have fun. Then the next day, I try playing it with another friend. We spent over an hour trying to get into a match properly. And then we just give up because the fucking thing doesn't work. Then the next day, I'm playing it with the same group of friends I was on opening night. And once again, hours trying to all get into a race. Constantly. We must have only done like 5 to 7 races together in a 2-hour-long stream. Simply because we kept getting disconnected. And it's not even an issue with my Wi-Fi connection or anything, because one of my friends who has like a fucking cracked-ass Wi-Fi, they also kept getting disconnected. So it's not even their fault, it's just that the servers are fucking terrible. And then today, same thing. I was trying to race with a group of friends, and it just doesn't, it's whining and pissing and shitting all over the floor every single time you try to get into a race. And even when you do, it can sometimes just go fuck you and take you right out anyway. It is so goddamn frustrating, and I really, really hope for their own sake that Sega fixes it in the final product, because Jesus Christ. So overall, I would say that while this demo was really fun and I enjoyed my time with it, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done in this 25-day period before the official release date. I don't know if I'm gonna be buying the game myself. I'm probably just gonna ask a friend for it. But if I do, I hope that these issues are ironed out. In the meantime though, I'll probably just go back to playing Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers, because I think that that game is more fun, more challenging, and a better online experience than this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.